I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, I think she's...
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Hey, Pam. Can you have somebody call Rick and help him get onto Zoom? Okay.
Poor old guy, technically challenged.
Well, with that, I'll call the meeting to order and look for a motion to approve the agenda. Is there anything else that we're adding, subtracting to the agenda? We're good? So,
Motion to approve.
we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. Minutes from 11:15.
They look good, so I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the minutes. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. General public concerns? Nobody's on Zoom? Nobody.
I got one.
Okay?
First of last week, I had an assessor car, white car, pull into my daughter's driveway. She's got him on camera, and there was a guy driving. I said, we don't have any guys in the assessor's office. And a little bit later, she had a cat on her doorstep. So somebody dumped it. It's an inside cat, declawed. So, we need to keep an eye out for a white car.
And it says...
Assessor on it?
Yep, had assessor right on the door. There was a guy driving, so I haven't talked to Cory or Dean yet on it, but I was asking Linda, and she
Does she
said,
know
no, it
anything
wasn't
about
them, 'cause they didn't have a white car.
No, they used the silver Dodge
Somebody
pickup.
out of county.
Well, you'd think
Or
they'd
if they just put an assessor's sign on their vehicle to get out.
Throw 'em off, huh?
be smarter than
Oh.
leaving a sign on the door.
That's even scarier, though, than dropping off a cat.
Yeah. Oh, it's an inside cat, and it was cold.
Now she has an inside cat.
She's got three of them, but anyway.
Okay.
Somebody's running around frozen as an assessor.
Okay, we got Rick going. Hello?
Hello, Rick. Good. Are we unmuted?
Make sure here.
Does he know sign language?
Can you hear us, Rick?
Hello there, can you hear me?
Now we
Yeah,
can.
Ken.
Now you're coming, now you're coming through.
Alright, finally got it figured out.
Okay, we're down through the agendas approved, minutes are approved, and public concerns are done, so we're headed towards Ben.
Perfect. Morning.
Morning.
Got two items on the agenda for today. The first is to approve an application to work in the county's right-of-way for Cory Benz. He is doing tile repair in section 1 of Weaver Township on the high school blacktop. That would be Doug Adams' farm on the north side, just half mile west of Georgia.
Yeah, they seem to have gotten tile in out there.
Yeah, he's tiling out in the field, and he asked permission late Friday to be able to try and do some of the work Saturday in good weather, when it was warm.
Is there something to hook into in the ditch?
There's an intake.
Intake over there.
It looks like they're tiling into that sinkhole back there in a bunch of trees.
I hope he's not.
Well, it looks like it.
Okay.
Might wanna check that out, 'cause when I come by there, it was just right at dark last night, and I noticed he was back up by that tile for the tree.
Well, I ran out and looked at it first thing this morning, I guess 'cause Cory's concerned that it's broken underneath the blacktop, which is usually the first thing every tiler says, it's broken in the county's right away. But our plan this week is to dig on the south side of the road and try and go from the downstream side up and see what we got.
Do you have any knowledge if this is a private or a drainage district
The
tile?
beginning of the drainage district.
It is.
If I'll double check.
As best you can tell,
But
it is a drainage district.
I believe the intake on the north side is the start of the drainage.
And then it goes
district.
south, flows south.
Yep, yeah.
Well, I think
Flow
that's
over
fine,
towards
but
the-
otherwise, for what, the permit wise, to hook onto it, well, it's not an issue then.
Right, as long as Adams is part of that district, which I believe he is.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if it's on that side of the road, sometimes that's just how they are.
Yep,
It is draining water from there, so,
right.
but as long as there's not any, well, that's drainage district stuff, but as long as it obviously meets approval of the
For us,
permit,
no problem.
we haven't a problem with it. I'd make a motion to approve that.
Okay,
I'll second.
we have a motion, a second, and a third. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now we have, a resolution, it looks like.
The second item that I've got on the agenda is to approve resolution 2021-22 for sign replacement program throughout the county. This is something that we've applied for the last 4 or 5 years. It's up to $10,000 for sign replacements throughout the county. Last year, we did stop signs in 7 of the 12 townships in Humboldt County. Our plan this year is to do the remaining 5, and then also every large single arrow that's in the county, which there's 85 of those.
So how does this work? You apply for this, and then they will reimburse the county?
Right, so we approve the resolution, we apply for the grant, and if there's money available, they will give us the green light to go ahead and put our order in for signs. We order the signs. Once we have them installed, we notify the DOT and says everything's done on our end. That gives them the option to come up and inspect whether or not we indeed installed the signs, and then they reimburse the county up to $10,000.
Okay.
So do we keep a running total as to how many we need, how many are getting close to being replaced? You know, I mean,
Yeah, we've got
roughly?
everything, in the same program as our work order tool. We've got all of our signs uploaded on there, and, we've been replacing them in bulk, like all stop ahead signs.
Right.
And now we're in the process of all of our stop signs. 2 years ago, I think we did chevrons. So we've been going through and replacing similar signs all in bulk, but as far as individual signs, we replace them as they get faded, shot up, vandalized, you know,
Right,
Yeah.
as needed.
as needed.
So what, Ben, just real quickly, you get two different numbers here, probably two different signs on that.
2 different signs.
So that's gonna be something like 13+ thousand,
Right,
hoping that you'll get 10 back from the state. Is that essentially it?
yes. So that's our plan. There's about $13,000 worth of signs. The state will reimburse us 10,000, so we'll pay 3,000 to update.
Perfect, because that's kind of your program that you explained.
Yes.
These signs, this much,
Yep.
10,000.
There's a specific number of signs that the DOT will pay for, the regulatory signs.
Yep. There's some they won't pay for,
They qualify.
obviously, the ones you're doing, they do, so. Okay. Well, I think that sounds wonderful, so I would make a motion to approve the resolution 2021-22 for the sign replacement program for the county.
All right, we have a motion for that.
Second it.
And a second. Is there any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now, how long will it usually take them to let you know you're in, or?
Usually he'll let me know within a week or 2 whether we're in, or, if there's no funding available right now, he'll say, contact me the middle of December or the end of December. With these programs, they usually have an influx every quarter, so it might be the 1st of January before they
Have money.
have money available again.
And in all fairness, none of these signs will get installed till next summer sometime.
You know, if we have a mild winter, they could get installed you know, they could start getting installed here in January.
Okay, we'll hold that mild winter and hope.
Right.
Yeah, but, better have them installing signs and moving snow, but we'll see. All right, well, that sounds good, but the bottom line is you will get the grant.
We should get the grant, yeah.
You've never not got it since you've applied.
Right.
Okay.
Last year, I think, was the first year that we actually had to wait for funding. I think we applied in August and we got funding in October. But we had all the paperwork and everything ready ahead of time.
You just had to wait for...
We just had to wait for the money.
Yep, all right, that sounds good.
All right,
Okay.
got, how we looking on your salt, sand, everything's...
Bunkers are all
Bunkers
full.
full.
Guys are mowing back slopes, most of our snow fence is installed. All three machines are cleaning ditch right now. Casting out in the field for the most part and leveling it off. And we can clean ditch year round. But we're also starting to stockpile dirt for a bridge replacement project on 140th straight east of Bruce Bolt's place. There's a three-span timber bridge about a mile east of his place.
Putting box culverts in there.
We're putting a box culvert in there. We got permission from Kurt May to stockpile dirt on the northeast side, so some of the ditch dirt that we're
Good idea.
hogging out, we're hauling, because we're only 2 miles east of there cleaning,
Good plan.
so.
That next year's box culvert replacement then.
Yeah, the thing has been surveyed, Dave's working on the design for it right now.
Okay, yeah, that'll be a good one to get replaced,
Yeah.
really good one. Because all they did was replace the old rails on it, everybody kept hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's perfect, that's awesome.
So we had you got all of your, the blades and stuff for the plows and everything's, nothing back ordered, nothing?
Front, for snowplow
Yeah.
blades? Yeah, those were probably in the claims that you saw either this time or last time. There's about 25,000 worth of snow blades. We are trying 5 sets of carbide blades this
Yep.
year so that we can see how those handle the concrete roads. Maybe we won't have to replace blades as often.
Good. Well, we keep experimenting and trying our luck with different...
The only way we'll know if it works or
Right.
not.
Awesome, well, I guess have a good week and tell them all happy Thanksgiving.
Yep, it'll be a short 3 days for everybody and,
Right.
Well, everybody gets Friday off then.
yeah.
That means somebody will take a stop sign off Thursday night
I hope not.
or Friday morning and somebody
Yeah, I
gets
hope
the...
not.
Don't put that thought in their head.
No, it just happens when they don't have anybody in there.
Yep.
Somebody gets, or a disc comes around the corner and breaks one off, so.
It happens.
But we just remind people to call it in, so we know, so. Anyway, thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
All right, moving down, we have an Elder Bridge Agency on Aging, approved annual report and funding request.
I didn't see it in our packet. Am I blind?
Yeah, here,
Oh, the blue one up above.
Up above, there it is.
I'm like, where'd it go? I didn't see it. This is the letter she sent me.
All right, there's a brief letter here from Shelley, and it says, "Thank you for supporting Elder Bridge Agency on Aging. We are pleased to report that the total of $122,864 of Elder Bridge funding service you provide in your county for seniors on the FY 2021. Please refer to the attachment, FY 2021 annual report, for more details on Elder Bridge services. Elder Bridge relies on your generous support, county support, to meet the matching funds, the requirement of federal and state appropriated funds. Elder Bridge is requesting that you continue to support the Elder Bridge Fund Services in the amount of $8,452 for FY 2023, and the amount of $16.14 of Elder Bridge funds spent on every $1 in the county, which matches your contribution." we would be happy to come visit with your board anytime. Thank you again for your past contributions and as you continue to show support now and in the future. Sincerely, Shelley.
So this is goes in for our budget then later, right? There isn't really any action that we need to take on this right now, is that correct? Or we just need to
This is just a
approve
funding
the
request.
annual...
Yeah, it'll be like all, when we get to that point of the year, we will...
I guess my
take that into
question on that, the amount is 8452, if that's, you know, comparatively what it was the past fiscal year, would be my only question. Not that we need to look right now, but, but yeah, they do have a very good service, and it is money well spent. You get a good return on investment, because
All right.
a lot of old folks, so I would make that motion to approve the annual report and the funding request.
All right. We have a motion and a second to accept the report as printed from the Ellsbridge Agency. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
It's an increase of 5 cents from last year.
5 cents?
5 cents,
Okay.
I'll help you with that.
Okay.
5 cents per,
Oh, I thought maybe it was 5 cents total.
Okay.
well, that's great.
Well, not a huge increase then.
No.
Very good.
Okay, looks like we're to the claims area. We had a couple of you glancing through there, I noticed.
I come up with $413,075.88, 413,075.88. For general, drainage, $31,535.50, 31535.50.
You redo that one, Rick, or Dave, 3153.50, right?
Yep, 31535.50.
Okay, just wanna make sure I heard you right.
Okay, I'll
We have
second that.
a motion and a second for the claims. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Kim had sent us a review for this drainage, what we visited about last week, should be on your email.
Yep.
And
Looked at it.
She just putting it out in front of us, and if you have any additions or don't like something, otherwise we don't really need to go into
No,
drainage for
she
this.
said that, and I think it's essentially a really good template, and she said it's real easy to tweak, you know, but, it is, as we said, basically...
Fine tuning. We're
Yeah, if
trying
there's
to
any,
Put something
but it's a
together.
one sheet, one page,
Yep.
template for them to keep track of, and they start on a project as they go along, and that's what we were looking for, so I think it's, just what we talked about.
I do too.
Yep, I think it looks good too. I read, looked through it.
All right, I would remind people that tonight we have a conservation, work session for the Reasoner Dam. Rick, was that, because December 10th, was that a date that they're trying to get this thing put together?
Yes, I do believe that's why they're kinda having it early, 'cause if you're gonna go with option 2 or 3, there is funding for the engineering cost, to help pay the engineering cost. If you don't make that deadline, there will probably be funding next year also. It's just that December 10th is a deadline to apply for a, shared cost in the engineering of the project.
Similar
That's
to
the way I
our,
understood it anyway.
similar to our bridge funding request, if you make the deadline, you get put into the pool. We're hoping that whatever decision they make, and the board, their board, is looking for some of the input from us as to what I've had people, I had 2 texts this morning about,
Really?
yes. So, anyway, anyway, I guess if you're able to come, 6 o'clock tonight, over at the conservation, office there, so.
Say, Bruce, from my understanding, did, Todd say it was like 400,000 was all that was available for all the projects across the state?
That number rings a bell, but...
Yeah, it's not like you get 400,000, I think that's the total that's available for the pool to receive funds out of.
And we also, when we talked, that kinda got thrown towards Todd as, can you write that grant, which, you know, we would all have the same look of horror as like, well, yeah, but we made a comment to Mimi and possibly looking for some help from them. So, I mean, to me, as deep as we're in it with them already, we might just as well have them write it and have it written correctly.
Right,
So,
have a better chance at it that
yeah,
way.
because if it doesn't go in properly, we found out in other things that it doesn't usually come back favorable, so.
Yep.
Anyway, 6 o'clock at the conservation, offices. I guess, anything else that you have, we can go to our committee reports, if not.
Okay, the 16th, I had, daycare, kitty cat daycare, meeting, and, our attendance is up by 20 kids, so that's a good thing. We could take more, but we need to get some more employees, and we're working on getting the, program put together for, summer already, for the, kids that are out of school.
Will that make it come faster? Summer?
No,
Well, I'd just assume you get that going quicker then.
And then on the 18th, Thursday, I had a Zoom meeting, with Iowa Workforce for our Area 5, or Region 5, we're not supposed to call it area anymore. There is money out there for training for, dislocated workers, for, the youth, and we're trying to find, businesses for a job, on-the-job training type where the, they have funds that will pay part of the, wages for that. So that would be a really good thing for some of our area, manufacturers, maybe to get some people in, that they would have on-the-job training, and anything really, would work. But they gotta find the people that want to come back to work, and, we actually have several spots, but we haven't been able to get people to fill them, which is too bad, because it's free training basically for them if they wanna change their, career path. So, yeah, that's all I have.
And I know that sometimes people, depending on their age, they get nervous when they're a little
For a
older
change.
and they
Yep.
career change, and I've done this all my life, so they're...
Right, but this is a really good way to actually
Right.
try it,
Exactly.
so, yeah, that's all I had.
I had a housing meeting on Wednesday, but I missed it because of the funeral. And I didn't go to the conservation one on Wednesday because I figured there was 2 of you there already, so
Ooh.
otherwise I didn't.
We had all kinds of room.
You didn't have an agenda out saying you could go.
Well, it was printed on up here.
But anyway, I passed that one up.
Okay.
That's all I had.
I did have a lot of stuff going on last week, but no extracurricular meetings. But I do wanna bring to everyone's attention, on December 3rd, it's a couple weeks down the road, not too, well, even that is the Iowa Drainage District Association Conference. They are holding that at, the Starlight in Fort Dodge, as they always do.
Normal?
Normal.
Morning,
Session, basically, conclude with lunch. They did not have it last year particularly because of all of the restrictions. But, was reading through recently their monthly newsletter, and the registration deadline for anyone that's going is a week from today. So,
I think we should just tell Kim, the ones that are planning on attending.
yeah, would Kim, would be probably the dues to take care of that on the drainage side, to get the registrations. Because obviously, like any meetings, if you missed a registration, you can still go, it just costs a little bit more. So, I mean, it's always actually a pretty good conference. I personally plan on going, because it's kinda short and sweet, and they have a lot of good information, and we have a lot of drainage, so. Probably let Kim know who's gonna attend, and not that we all have to, but.
And it's usually Friday, and it is again.
Yep, Friday morning, pretty early registration down there, probably better get in and registered prior to 8:30, because they're gonna start, and they go through their program, and...
Plus you get a couple of free pens and possibly a drainage cup, and, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff here, a whole lot of...
You may get a flashlight.
It'll be like Christmas.
Yep, it is, an early Christmas. So, I just wanted to tell that, we'll let Kim know, we probably should let her know today, if you know, if you can go, but certainly if not today, by next Monday, because that's the deadline for her to register. So that's...
Is that open for the public?
No.
Or,
Not really, no, it isn't. I think you have to be a member, which we all are as trustees, so it's not that exciting. Don't get me wrong, it's not that exciting. No, it's the Drainage District Association, of which all county supervisors are members because of all the drainage districts, so.
You get a free meal and fried chicken.
You get whatever, maybe a piece of ham, Dave. So, it's always been a good conference, but just a reminder on that, that's all I have.
One thing I forgot to bring up, they had ISAC sent out an email last week on the
Opioid.
Thank you. Opioid. Anyway, there's something we have to do. Did you look into that, Trish? 'Cause I think we are part of that.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Okay.
well, at the end of Wednesday, the
Okay.
meeting.
Okay, Rick, you got any?
Wednesday afternoon at 3:00, I went to the housing meeting. We got updates on the building trades house and the soil and houses, which, they're moving slow. Make phone calls to them, and they just don't seem to show up to keep telling us that they'll get her done, so we'll see. And then I went to the dam meeting, was that?
Thursday.
Thursday evening, was that?
Yeah.
Thursday evening. A lot of good information there, except for that part where the number one alternative jumped to 19 million instead of 15. So, that wasn't good news. But that was for the two meetings I had.
Okay. On the 16th, Tuesday, I had the UDMO financial meeting, Zoom. We also had the ministerial subcommittee, food pantry meeting, so I went, did the Zoom meeting with, financial for the UDMO. Then on Wednesday, the 17th, we had the ministerial meeting down at the food pantry. And Thursday night, I went to the dam meeting. Then Friday morning, we had the juvenile detention meeting over at, Eldora. And they've already started the, construction on that new addition that they're putting on over there on the side of that place for adjudicated juveniles, so it is, the process is already well down the road. They got footings and pouring concrete, so hopefully they'll try to get most of that done before the snow flies. The other thing, I don't know how many of you have gotten phone calls, about the windmill blades up by Union Cemetery.
Yep.
I guess what I've done as far as checking in, I've been told that Humboldt is the center point between wherever them things are coming from and wherever they're going to. So, the trucking company that's bringing them through here is offloading them here, and then they're reloading them onto another truck, and they're going wherever they're going to be disposed of. Basically, someone owns that property, and they've leased it to
Really?
this company. So, for all the people that go up to Union Cemetery and look up to the northeast and see that pile of...
And are not happy about it?
And are not happy, I don't think any of us
No, we are not.
any happier, so...
I heard a little tidbits of information from someone that kind of was touching base. I think, yeah, like you said, Bruce, that's a good description, midway point. They had grand ideas of getting them in there and then maybe cutting them up a little bit for easier transport to wherever they're going. Supposedly they're gonna be recycled. Long story short, they really can't find a good means of cutting them up. So, I don't know if any of them have been hauled out of there.
Well, I just know that there's a time frame on the,
I don't know.
how long they have it rented.
I don't know. Does anybody, I guess that's, you know, but obviously, we're not happy about that. County, city, you know.
They have a junkyard permit?
Looked like an easy way to make a couple bucks on some property that was out in the middle of, you know, but it's not in the middle of nowhere.
Every funeral you hear about it.
Yes.
What's that, Dave?
Every funeral you hear about it.
I've heard about it, that just people that have loved ones buried in that cemetery.
Yeah.
Well,
And have not talked to anyone that was, favorable.
so other than that, I guess that's what I know. I know that hopefully they'll be gone, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens, so I'll touch base with them again and see where we're at. Anything else?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? Nope.
No.
I guess we're in agreement. We're in agreement
Again.
Motion and a second, and a third. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Todd, did you need something before we adjourn? Just a reminder of,
We're
we're gonna be over tonight?
Yeah, just tonight's meeting.
Yep,
I guess,
all right.
6 at
Yep.
the Conservation Office.
Okay,
For work session, I guess.
Yep.
really meeting.
perfect.
Do that
All right.
for the public.
We are adjourned at 9:05.